Before there was sin on earth, there was rebellion in heaven. Lucifer, the covering cherub, stood in the very presence of God. He was described in Ezekiel 28:12 as full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. He wasn't just any angel. He was the highest of all created beings, entrusted with revealing God's purposes to the whole universe. But pride crept in. Lucifer turned against his creator, and his power to deceive became even more dangerous after his fall. Then came the great test. In Eden, Adam and Eve stood at the threshold of a decision that would shape the destiny of the entire world. They were free to choose loyalty to God or to believe the lies of a fallen covering cherub. The universe watched in anticipation. Would they resist Satan's deception? The book, That I May Know Him, describes the gravity of this very moment. With what intense interest the whole universe watched the conflict that was to decide the position of Adam and Eve. How attentively the angels listened to the words of Satan. How anxiously they waited to see if the holy pair would be deluded by the tempter and yield to his arts. That's on page 14. The deception sadly worked. Adam and Eve ultimately convinced themselves that disobeying God in such a small matter couldn't bring such a terrible consequences. But that one act of rebellion opened the floodgates of sin, suffering, and death upon the whole world. Now, let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to today. The same enemy is working, only this time with even more cunning deceptions than before. The book, The Upward Look, warns us that we are living in the last time, and Satan is now working with masterly power in order that with subtle temptations, he may overcome those who believe in Jesus. But here's the hope. We are not left powerless by any means. Though Satan stands as an accuser, a liar, and a destroyer, we have an advocate with the Father in the person Jesus Christ. And when we press close to him, when we place our hand in his, he will never let us go. So the question is this: are we prepared? Will we recognize the deceptions of the enemy in these last days? Join me again as we dive a bit deeper into the great controversy between good and evil, the tactics of Satan, and how we can stand through the power of God. And don't forget, if you don't mind, just take a moment to like and to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because the greatest battle in history is unfolding right now, and we need to be ready.